Hi, I'm Srividya Samavedi. I'm trekking to the Everest Base Camp. In my previous video, we started from Lukla, trekked up to Phakding, and then to Namche Bazaar. Today is an acclimatization day at Namche Bazaar. So what's an acclimatization day? It's just a day spent at the same altitude so that your body gets time to adjust. Acclimatization is very crucial for any high altitude trek. When we ascend to a higher elevation, the air pressure as well as the oxygen levels decrease. So this could cause altitude sickness. It is also called as acute mountain sickness. So to avoid all this, we need to acclimatize. It's very important to do any light activity. So we'll be doing an acclimatization hike today. So what's an acclimatization hike? It's nothing but you climb high and rest low. You hike to a higher elevation and rest at a lower elevation. In fact, our entire trek has been planned in such a way where you trek to a higher altitude and then rest at a lower altitude. Tomorrow we will be going to Millingo. We start from Namche Bazaar. We go up to Dingboche and then we descend slightly down and then come and rest at Millingo. After that, we go to Dingboche. We will be staying at Dingboche for one day. Then we go to Chukung. We are doing our 3 passes trek. So we will be going to Kungmala Pass, which is at 5,540 meters or something like that. And then we again go down to Labuche, which is at 4,900 meters. Similarly, when we go to EBC, we start from Labuche, which is at 4,900 meters. We go to Gorakshap, which is at 5,190 meters. And then we trek all the way up to EBC, which is at 5,364 meters, and then come back to Gorakshap, which is at 5,190 meters. So it's always like you go to a higher elevation and then you come down. That's how you acclimatize. To prevent altitude sickness, it is highly important to stay hydrated. Drink at least 4 liters of water every day and take high carb diet. Your food should contain at least 70% carbohydrates. Don't take any tobacco or alcohol. There is a bar at Namche Bazaar, but people don't take any alcohol on their way up to EBC. But after they descend down, they go to the bars to celebrate their success. There are a lot of doubts or questions about the usage of Diamox, whether to use or not to use. By the way, what is Diamox? Diamox is a medicine which allows you to breathe faster so that you metabolize more oxygen. You can take Diamox or any other alternate medicine. We took Diamox from Kathmandu even before we came to Lukla. There is no point in taking Diamox after you reach the high altitude or after you have started getting symptoms of AMS. As soon as one reaches an altitude of 4,000 meters at Dingboche, one may start feeling altitude sickness without having Diamox. So I would highly recommend having Diamox. Please consult your doctor before using this medicine. Today we will be hiking up to Hotel Everest View, which is at 3,880 meters. We are at 3,440 meters, so we will be climbing up 440 meters today. But before we start our trek, let's see what kind of food we get in the Everest region. Our package included all 3 meals and 3 beverages. And the food is similar across all tea houses. It's just that the taste could change. In the morning, we usually get a toast or bread butter jam with honey. We get cornflakes or pancakes or chapatis and much more. For lunch and dinner, you get noodles, chow mein, fried noodles, momos, fried momos, pizzas, spring rolls, fried rice. But more than all these, the best food is the dal bath. In dal bath, they serve you rice, lentils, a curry and papad. And the best thing about dal bath is it's unlimited. You can take as many servings as you want. At dinner time, we also get a soup. Sometimes we used to have tomato soup or garlic soup or vegetable soup. But you don't get non-vegetarian food. It's better to avoid non-vegetarian during any high altitude trek. It's getting late now, so let's start our acclimatization hike. Water on the ground is already frozen as ice as the outdoor temperature is now sub-zero. We can see various mountain ranges on our way. That's the Phakding range. The small snow-capped peak is Tangde Rikitau. Our route is surrounded by thick conifer and pine trees. We will not be seeing any of these trees above 4,000 meters. This is the museum which is now under renovation. It has information about the history of mountains, lifestyle of Sherpa people. Unfortunately, we are unable to visit as it is under renovation now. There is a statue of Tenzing Norgay here. We can also enjoy the extraordinary views of all mountain peaks from here. That's our first glimpse of Mount Everest ever since we came here. Yesterday we couldn't see Mount Everest at the Everest viewpoint because it was too cloudy and there was snowfall. The most decorated peak of the world, Mount Everest, standing tall. And the one next to it is Mount Lhotse, the fourth tallest peak. This is Siriche. And that's Amadablam, the Lady Mountain. And that one is Tamsherku. We saw her yesterday. Tabuche, the Holy Mountain. And all the peaks in a single frame. That's Mount Everest in her full glory. Mount Lhotse, yet another stupendous mountain. Amadablam, the most beautiful mountain of the region. Tabuche, the Holy Mountain. And Kiriche. That's Kumbula, another holy mountain. The Sherpas consider this too sacred to be climbed. View of Namche Bazaar from the top. And that's the Nepali Army training camp. I am pleasantly surprised to see a yoga retreat center here at this high altitude, but we should be cognizant of the fact that the birthplace of yoga are these mountains. We have come to Sagarmatha Next Museum at Dingboche.
This is a piece of art from all kinds of waste materials that has been collected around here and up in base camps.
Okay.
And it's called Hope, as you can see, and the artist is a Canadian artist. His name was Floyd Singer.
The museum displays Khumbu culture, settlements in the Khumbu region, the Sherpa people's culture, and much more. These are art pieces made from waste material left behind during the Everest expeditions. This is an interactive touchscreen display where one can get information on the mountains, people, and the culture of the Khumbu region. We had a yummy hot cappuccino at the cafe here. These are baby yaks. This is the first sighting of yaks in our trek.
And quite flat trail as well.
A daredevil yak standing at the edge of the valley. I wouldn't dare to do that. I'm usually slow when I hike. I don't worry about the speed. After all, this is not a race or a marathon. There is a saying that you climb like an old man so that you summit as a young man. We just have to connect with the rhythm of nature. Just enjoy the breathtaking scenery, the deep valleys, the gigantic mountains, the crackling sound of wind, and you begin to synchronize to that rhythm. This is when you start enjoying your hike. We have reached Hotel Everest View, which is run by a Japanese couple. It has lodging facilities and a helipad as well. It has a restaurant and a bar with 360-degree view of awe-inspiring peaks, including Mount Everest. Hotel Everest View is listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the highest placed hotel in the world at 13,000 feet. A closer view of Mount Namche, Siriche. I'm not sure about the names of these peaks. And there she is, Ahmedablam, the most gorgeous and captivating mountain. Mount Everest is hidden in the clouds, and so is Lhotse. That's an airbase at Dingboche. This is also a landing place for paragliders. Helicopters are delivering cargo to the region. That's the cargo or the load. The load is getting dropped. The helicopter will land shortly to collect the payload. Work done, and the helicopter is flying away. Down below is Namche Bazaar, and that's where we started our trek this morning. Namche Bazaar is the biggest marketplace in the entire region. It provides all trekking and mountaineering accessories, both of Chinese make as well as international brands. I purchased a Gore-Tex jacket here and a thermos. This is the last place for pharmacy, ATM, money changer, and has plenty of bars, eating joints, and travel agencies as well. A day doesn't end without a bit of stretching so that our legs and back recover for the next day's trek. Good morning. Today is day 4 of our hike and we are leaving Namche Bazaar. We will be going to Dingboche and then Dingboche. We finally halt at Millingo. The views along our way is just stunning. We get a much closer view of Ahmedabad, Lhotse and Mount Everest. The porters are paid based on the weight that they carry. So they try to carry as much weight as possible to the extent of even 100 kgs. I wonder how they do it. Ahmedabad is right in front of us, the most gorgeous and captivating mountain. You can see some villages over there. That's where we are going for tea break. Down below, there are a few more villages over there. That's where we'll be going for our lunch break. And then it's a steep climb post lunch. There are some zigzag trails. We have to trek through those zigzag trails to go to Dingboche. It looks very scary. We are on our way to Fungitanga. We will be having our lunch there. Post lunch, it's a steep ascent to Dingboche. That's a gorgeous waterfall. Not able to focus. Sorry about that. We are passing through one more suspension bridge on the Inja-Kola river. It's going to be a steep uphill climb up to Dingboche. The altitude of Dingboche is 3,800 and odd meters. The path is flat and straight, but it seems never ending. I've been walking for almost 2.5 to 3 hours. It's a monotonous climb and I'm completely exhausted. At last we have come to Dingboche. This has been the most difficult trek till now. The Dingboche Monastery, standing atop the highest point in the village. The gates of this monastery looks pretty impressive. We are already late, so we are not going inside the monastery. We have to trek down to Dingboche and then Millingo. That's Mount Everest. Next to it on the right, in the front is Mount Lhotse, which is the 4th tallest mountain. And over there is Ahmedabad. There are very few tea houses here. They look very modest. The biggest one that I see is the Hotel Himalayan. descend from Dingboche to Dingboche. There is a lot of slush here. That's a thick rhododendron forest. It's just the beginning of spring. The leaves are drooping. Maybe on our way back, the leaves may look fresh. Down below is Injakola River. This looks like a landslide area. We have reached Millingo. I'm completely drained out. This has been the toughest trek ever since I came here. Today's difficulty rating is 8 out of 10, but I think Hibisi and Kungmala Pass are going to be much tougher than this. Otherwise, I would have given a 10 today. Once I go to my tea house, I'll do some light stretching. I'll have a quick bite and I'll hit the sack. It's an austere room with faint lighting. There is an attached bathroom, but there is no wash basin or flush in the toilet. From here on, I don't think the toilet flush will work. If you enjoyed watching this video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit the bell button. Watch the space for my next episode of the Everest Base Camp. Take care and bye.